computer.
No, on your laptop. Perfect. Got it.
Okay, let's let a couple more people into the room here and we'll get going. Thanks everybody for jumping on today. We are going to be covering a whole lot on this training series. For those of you who are new, my name is Jason Yeager. I am a local realtor here in Southwest Missouri with eXp Realty. I've been with eXp a little over a year now, and I've had my license since 2017. I've been a single agent for the majority of that time up until last year. I decided to start growing a small team. Lisa here is joining us. She is my admin, coach, my everything, my backbone to our team. And if you are new to eXp, you are wanting to learn how to get leads, that is what we are going to be talking about today. I know a lot of especially newer agents are always, that is what's always circling around in their brains, is how do I get business? So I want to share with you today a strategy that had worked really well for me when I was first getting started. This is before I ever had KvCore, right? I had my own CRM and a different website. So these aren't going to be strategies that you have to be with eXp. You don't have to have KvCore. You don't have to have anything really, but except some general knowledge of a website. If you have a website or have provided a website to you and learn about landing pages, squeeze pages, there's some basic knowledge of that and how that is structured to be able to get some leads into your pipeline. If you want to learn more about all of that, I mean, my YouTube channel primarily covers KvCore training. In the future here, we will start implementing some other trainings regarding just strategy, lead generation strategy, and also in my favorite lead generation strategy is leveraging YouTube for lead generation. And so I'm going to start sharing this for those of you who maybe aren't with eXp and you're curious about the eXp business model, or want to talk more about that. I will have a link down below at the end where we can set up a consultation. That I do all of this training for absolutely nothing. I don't get anything in return. It's just me giving back to the community. I like to coach and train other agents to be able to train them up to be able to generate their own business, and that's really, I think, what is one of the key things to be able to not be in that 87th percentile of people who drop out of real estate in the first couple of years, is learning how to generate your own business rather than solely depending on your broker or a team leader to provide leads to you. There can be a benefit to having somebody to support you and to help you grow, but if they're not training you up to be able to go out there and do it on your own and to teach others how to do it, then you're going to hit a wall eventually, and it's going to be a real struggle to succeed, especially when the market starts shifting like what we're seeing. You've got to be able to take market share and find other ways to get business. So when I came in 2017, the market was much slower. There was a lot of homes that were sitting on, it was uncommon to see homes that were sitting on the market for 6+ months, and I remember being in a point where I wanted to try to find something that I could get out there in the Facebook world that would start generating some interest and ultimately leads for myself. And so this was something that I tried and it worked really well for me. So today I want to share my screen and I'm going to show you what I have done in the past to be able to get a lot of leads coming into my pipeline. Let's do this and we'll share. So here's okay. So this is a landing page that I
This is
created.
strategy number one.
Yeah, this is the landing page that I created here just the other day. And this basically is something that, you know, if you think about any kind of strategy to be able to get people to opt in, to give their information to you, you got to have something of value. And what do most people in any market want? If you're trying to get buyer leads, what do they want?
A list of houses.
A list of homes, right? You know, but not just any homes, right? I mean, people want a deal. People are attracted to a deal, and whether you're an investor or a flipper, first time home buyer, they are looking for a deal. And so when you see homes that potentially could be priced below market value or something where you'll be able to get it at a significant discount and put some sweat equity into it, then that is very attractive for a lot of people. And this was something that I started advertising on Facebook, and just to get some emails and phone numbers of people. And then I put a few dollars behind it for about a month. And I would tell you, I lost track of, I mean, it was hundreds of leads that I got within less than 30 days. And yeah, I mean, not every single one of those people I did a transaction with, right? But a number of people that I continued to follow up with. And we not just did one transaction, but multiple transactions. And that's, I think, one of the
database game, right? The numbers, we got to get some people in the database.
Yeah. You just want to get an introduction into your business and provide something of value to them. That way you can continue to email them other things of value in the future. And then you know, they'll reach out when they're ready. But as long as you stay top of mind with these people, hopefully that you'll be able to turn some of these opt-ins into future business. I mean, it could be somebody who's an investor could be ready to rock and roll very quickly. But, you know, for anybody who's like a first-time home buyer that's just kind of getting started with any kind of Facebook lead, you're capturing them at the top of the funnel. Okay. And if you think about that, they're at the very top of the funnel. They were scrolling through Facebook. Okay. And then your ad came up. They weren't scrolling through Facebook to intentionally look for homes that are, you know, foreclosures, you know, in this case, you know, this is what we're going to be. I'm going to show you how to build this, but I'm going to give you the why of why this, how and strategy behind all of it, you know. So and then this is just a basic landing page with a video lead opt-in form down below. You just drop your email and your phone, see the list right now. And this it's got a little video, and I just do this.
Hey, it's Jason with the Great Branson Homes team. Just wanted to
hopefully y'all can hear it.
Very much for making it this far, right? This is a list of bank-owned REO foreclosure distressed properties in our area, like the ones that you're seeing right now. I mean, these are going to be properties that are going to need some love and attention, but would potentially be undervalued. So if you're an investor, first-time home buyer that would love to put some sweat equity into a property, check out this list. All you got to do is drop your information right down below, and I'll email it right out to you. All right. Thanks so much. Make a great day.
Okay.
How long did it take you to do that video, Jason?
I mean, for me, I actually went out on site and I shot some videos of foreclosures that are available. I mean, you can do whatever. You can shoot that in your living room, lickety split without any editing or anything. I personally like to do something with some B-roll behind it, you know, but it has to be something short and sweet. This cannot be a very long explanatory video of
just make it easy.
Just introducing yourself, your brand, what they're going to get, and get out. You know, really, that's the primarily it. And it's just something that they can gain some trust. Once they click on an ad on Facebook, they're going to land here. And then this is just the extra little, that's why I do a video, is because it helps people kind of lower their guard down. It helps them obviously realize that I'm a real live person, you know, behind this website. And, you know, and it's not invasive. I'm not going to pound them with a bunch of crud, you know, that they're not going to want to see, but I'm going to give them exactly what they want right after they opt in. And it just allows them to kind of put a face to face.
Yeah. Quick little warm up. That's
Mhm.
good.
So
Because these are, like you said, these are all going to be cold, super cold people that we don't know probably. And so the faster that you can get a face in front of them, I think the better off you're going to be. So that's good.
So I'm
And
going to show you how
this video is, I'm sorry, I was just going to add that this video option is part of the choice that you get to make on the landing page, correct, in KvCore.
Yes, I'm going to go. If everybody has KvCore, you can open up right here to your dashboard, this right here, and we're going to go to lead engine. I'll show you how we make this. Okay. And over here on your dashboard, you'll see lead engine and then build landing page. Okay.
Okay.
So here, this is the
Top
default
left.
where we're going to start structuring all of this out right now. Okay. Now you've got the lead gen, this box over here is the lead generation type that you want to build. You can click on that drop down up here on the top left. And the one I did was video plus lead capture. Okay. If you're just wanting video, you know, video views, you know, you can just do a video view, you know, without any lead capture. It's just, you just want somebody to watch a video. I don't know why you would, I mean, just to build brand awareness, I guess, but video plus lead, right? So that's the one we're going to do. And then lead type. What type of lead type is this going to be? This is primarily going to be a buyer.
Buyer, right.
And that's what you're going to tell in KvCore. It's a buyer lead so that it could, if you don't set up a follow-up campaign, if it's triggered as buyer, then you'll have a default buyer follow-up campaign that will implement in to follow up with them appropriately.
Perfect.
Then you're going to tell it what type of hashtag right here in the top. What type of hashtag do I want whenever they come in? When the people opt in, you want to assign them a hashtag, something that you're going to be able to associate when you look into your CRM. Oh, they came in. That's how you track your business. And it's also not just how you track your business, but a hashtag is going to be potentially a way that you can trigger some activities in the back end of KvCore to be able to start a campaign or search alerts, which I'll go into here in just a minute.
Or just go find, you know, if this is 3 months down the road and now this campaign's no longer running, you can go back into your KvCore, search by the hashtag, whatever you name this, foreclosures list on the date, whatever, you know, and you can, now you've got exactly who you're looking for.
Yep.
Perfect.
So I'm just going to put hashtag foreclosures. Simple.
Okay.
Then over here, I'm going to get this little thing is in my way all the time. It's just always right in the middle where I don't want.
Well, we don't see it, but you see it.
I can't do anything until I move this stupid thing. I'm going to put it down here at the bottom. That is something that I'm going to write a letter to Zoom. That's what I'm going to do.
Really
okay. So then the submit button text down here, when you scroll down to the bottom, you'll see the email, cell phone optional, and then see the list now. You know, it depends on what the thing of offer is, right? If you're creating a guide, you know, let's say you are a relocation expert, you know, all the things about your town, but you want to serve people who are relocating to your area. Maybe you create a relocation guide, right? And then they opt in to receive this guide. So see the guide now, you know, maybe you are new construction, you know, connoisseur, you love working with people, you know, dealing with new construction. And there's a ton of things that come with new construction. So you have to think of things that are of value of the ideal people that you want to work with, you know. But if you, I mean, I'm telling you this strategy right here, if you just want to get a bunch of leads, you know, people are always going to be attracted to deals. And so anything we're in a market where you can give people a list of homes that are, you know, in this case, foreclosures, because everybody thinks foreclosures as, oh, it's going to be a deal, which, I mean, really, as if
Won't
you're in
go
the
there
business, you
today.
know that
Yeah,
none
let's don't chase
necessarily
that
it's gonna-
rabbit today.
yeah.
That's a rabbit hole, but yeah.
Yes. So this one, I
This
just
is a
like this
great
one
way to get
because it's
leads.
already, the
Yeah.
default is already kind of built around exactly what we're already offering.
Right.
So the submit button text, I'm going to leave that alone because that's exactly what I'm offering down here. See the list now. Okay.
Perfect. Make
And
it
that's what
easy.
we're going to be offering on the Facebook ad, get a list of foreclosure homes, right? So then the URL that they're going to go be after URL after login, after they opt in, where do they go? So you have to tell it where do you want them to go? So over here, I'm going to open up a new browser here, and I'm going to go to my website. So you would go to your own front-facing website, right? And just create a search for this already.
And you know what, like while you're doing that, I like the idea of it just being deals. It doesn't necessarily have to be foreclosure. I
Yeah.
like, for me personally, I would rather leave it as I'm looking for a deal because, that kind of reaches a lot more, but I don't know. I
It's
know
just
there are a
hard
lot
to
of
be
people.
able to isolate on a search alert. What, telling your MLS in your search what a deal is. Like
Sure. Right.
how do you do,
That's right. That's tricky.
Yeah. Um,
Okay.
so
So
here
now
we're going to go to
we've
more
gone to the
filters,
search. Okay.
and
More
I'm going to tell
filters.
it what areas that I want to include in. So here,
Concentrate
go by
on.
counties. I'm going to enter every county that I serve, and you can put in whatever county you want to cover here too as well. So right now it's just, okay, let me
Green.
add in both. Okay, see, right now you're just going to get one county, but whenever they get their search alerts automatically sent to them, we can cover more than one county. But for the sake of landing on somewhere to get a list of homes, let's just do Greene County, because we'll probably have more of those in Greene County, honestly.
Okay.
And then I don't care what type of property, doesn't matter here. We're just going to go down to.
But you could customize it till your heart's content if you were really trying to zero in on something. But you're looking for there it is, foreclosure under financial option. Okay.
Yeah. I'm just
Okay,
gonna
wait,
click
I have a
foreclosure.
question.
Sure.
I'm sorry. Okay, so once they hit that submit button, because my question was gonna be, where are you getting the foreclosure list from? But
That's
now
what-
you're showing me that I can go on my website. I'm
Mhm.
gonna direct them onto my actual EXP website.
Always, yes. You want them to drive
Really?
traffic back to your website.
Yeah, we're going to create a link here in just a minute, but first we want to create a search first.
So we
So
hit, it was what did we get to this page?
So
that
I
we're
just
on?
went and opened up a new browser tab, and I just went to my own personal website to create a search, as if I
And
was the
yours
person,
works the same way as if
Yeah.
you were a customer or if you were a consumer landing not on the back side, but on the front facing consumer side of your
Yeah.
website. You're just going to create a search and we're going to customize that search down to what we're looking for, which is foreclosures.
Yeah.
Then as soon as we finish that search, we're going to take that link, the link to that, because it will always be the same stuff. We'll
Yeah.
take that link and then that's where we're going to go back to the landing page here in just a minute.
Oh,
That
okay,
help?
okay, yes,
Yeah.
thank you.
I'm gonna
Awesome.
apply the filter, and really that's all I did was tell it what area I want. Hopefully in the future, they will allow us on the front face, because a lot of people search multiple counties, and it would be nice to
Right.
be able to, because in other parts of KvCore on the back end, when we create the search alert, or if you're creating a squeeze page for an area, you can assign multiple counties, but for whatever reason on the front
Yeah.
facing of the website, you can't. So this is just
All right.
some place where they can land and get an immediate list right now.
Right. We're not trying to be all things to all people and create the greatest search in the world, because we need to do that for them, right? We're just trying
Right.
to get a lead.
Yeah. So this is the results page of the foreclosures that are in Greene County, right? So I'm going to take this big old long link here for that, and I'm going to copy it. Okay,
In the URL there.
yeah.
Everybody see that? Yep.
And then I'm going to go back to my landing page that I'm creating here. And I'm going to put the URL after login is going to be that page. I'm going to paste it in right there. Okay. And then you can make a little personal video. If you don't know how, I mean, you have to have a YouTube channel in order to do this, right? You can, what I did is I just made this as not a public video. It's just an unlisted video. It sits on my YouTube channel unlisted, but it does create a link, a private link. So anybody who has this link will be able to view it. And then once you get that link, so over here in my video, you know, let's say I did this video right here. Right? So important thing that you need to know, it's not the URL that they're asking for, okay? If you pay attention at the top here, it says YouTube ID, not the YouTube URL. Why? I don't know. It would be much more simple to just copy and paste the URL and stick it in there and let
Exactly.
it host
Wouldn't
it
that be?
right here, you know,
But show us where that ID
I
is.
learned this the other day, is that you need to be able to know what the YouTube ID is. So I'm going to show you. So here, this is the video that any video on YouTube will have a YouTube ID, and it's, look up here in the URL here. You got youtube.com/watch?V
Blah, blah,
equals.
blah, yada,
Right.
yada.
So the V equals everything after that,
OMG.
that little thing here is the YouTube ID, including that little dash, I believe. So I'm going to
Yeah, that
copy.
underscore and the,
Well, it's like a hyphen.
oh, the V or after the question mark.
After the V equals, everything after the V equals
Okay.
is your ID. So I'm going to
Holy moly.
copy this, and then I'm going to put it into my YouTube ID here.
This is being recorded, so.
Okay. So there, boom, it
You can pause
automatically
this and
populated.
watch it again.
Yeah, I just
Okay.
automatically populated the video right there after I did that. Okay, so
Perfect.
that's important. If you're going to use
Yeah.
video for your landing page, it's going to ask for your YouTube ID, not the URL. Okay.
Perfect.
Um,
That is very important.
yeah. And then I do require phone on my landing pages. I don't make it optional. It's up to you. You're probably going to get more opt-ins if you don't require a phone number. You know, if it's just a soft email, have to do by email, and then they can send their phone number. It's just, what type of lead do you want? Because if all your follow-up is going to be email, you're not going to have any conversations with these people ever, then you can certainly just keep them on an email list or put them on automatic search alerts and leave them and forget about them and hope that they reach out to you one day. If you're the type of agent that wants to try to go after some business and market to them by calling them and seeing how you can serve them, require that phone number, okay? So make them give it to you. And that's going to be a much step up quality lead than somebody who just, you know, gives your email, some email, you know, bogus email. And that, I recognize that they can just give you just as bogus of a phone number. as well,
Exactly.
but
Yeah. Yeah. And you know what? We were talking about this when we were talking through this training this week, Jason, about, you know, how disappointing it is sometimes that we'll get the address of somebody. Like when I did and we're going to talk about that. Hopefully we'll have time. That the seller leads, you know, sometimes you just get an address, sometimes you just get a name and an email, but that's okay. It's just, you know, we're going to try to not get hung up on, because these are internet leads. I just want to keep saying that because it's important. If you have the wrong expectation that you're going to get all these warm leads, that every single lead that comes in is going to want to go see houses with you, then you're going to be very disappointed. This is internet lead generation, like Jason was saying, is at the very top of the funnel.
Yep.
So just FYI.
Yep, that's good. So I clicked the little button to require the phone number, right?
Perfect.
And then the
You could miss
background
that if you
image,
weren't
but
looking
now
for
we've
it.
got
That's-
this puzzling pretty lady that's just thinking about houses in her life.
This might
And
be
that's not
fine.
really going to be, this picture in the background is also going to be the photo that is going to post when you post it to Facebook. So
Yeah,
you want the main image, this image, as a good rule of thumb, anytime you're creating Facebook lead ads, whatever the image is that's on the Facebook, I just said the Facebook, like I'm one of those
excuse
baby
me.
boomers.
Be careful. Be
Yep.
careful.
Um,
I am a boomer.
what I know, whatever the image is on the ad, you want it, whenever they click on it, they go to the landing page, make them the same. Okay, make it the same image, make it so that they don't feel like they've just gone off of Facebook and now they're in a totally
Right.
weird area. Okay,
No,
just
it
a
needs
good
to
rule
be
of thumb.
conducive. That's good. Yeah.
So then we're gonna go down here. There's several different things that they give you here for options, depending on what type of offer you're gonna be making, right? There's themes, golf, home value report, kitchen, living room, happy.
There's you some good
modern.
ideas right
Yeah.
there. You
Yeah.
know,
There's a ton
Fire
of different
up
things.
these
Go through
landing
here
pages.
and look at them and figure out what you want to offer. New construction,
perfect.
a list of
Good
open
job.
houses. Get your list of open houses. Boom. Reduced. You could also do this for all homes that are just reduced, because right down here, what does it say? Drastic price reductions, fixer uppers and development opportunities, free, instant, daily, weekly updates, distressed properties, bank owned and pre-foreclosures, right?
That's a
So
lot.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna just click on foreclosure, and this is
Yeah.
the deal that we get right here, okay? Now you're gonna go in and just single click on the deal here and go to your town and change it to whatever the area that you serve, okay? I'm gonna put Southwest Missouri real estate deals, or you can change the Southwest Missouri new construction, Southwest Missouri price
Green
reduced
County,
homes, whatever it is,
whatever. Yeah.
offer is, but you want to include it for the market that you serve, so that they understand that this is where I belong, right? You're serving an area
Got
that I am interested in. Southwest Missouri real estate deals is fine, or foreclosures or whatever you want to put. And then down here, if you click on this more than once, it will go away and you will never find it again. Okay, so I don't know.
And how do we know that, Jason?
I've done it too many times. Just click on it once, that here, and then just maybe start. I don't even know if I want to click on it. Okay. So I was afraid to move my cursor to the end so I could just kind of start. Oh, you know what? Shoot a monkey. Okay, thank the Lord. I have a Mac. I have the undo button over here. I did not mean to say free weekly list of hot buys. I want to change your town. This is why they put it in capitalization here, because these
Yes.
are, read it and make sure that your copy of all this makes sense to you. Okay, in and around Southwest Missouri or Phoenix or Seattle or
Green
wherever it
County,
is that you
whatever.
serve.
Yeah.
Okay, free weekly list of hot buys in and around
it.
Southwest Missouri. And if you're free weekly,
And be sure you read all those other things in case you
yes,
want to.
because you can
change
also
all
go
any
down
of that.
here and change all of these as well. Okay, if you
Yep.
just want 3, you can make this 3, put little bullet points if you want, 2 or whatever it is. But these are just further explanations of what they're going to be getting when they get the list. And that's why I put the video down here to, if they don't like to read and they like to watch videos, then they can do that too. And then
Right.
down here, boom. Okay, so then they'll just opt in
Perfect.
at the very bottom. And that's it. So now you've got your landing page. And then what you're going to do is, once you've created it, let's see, save up here at the top left corner.
Don't forget to save.
Yeah, very importante is save this. And then once you save it, it says, look, warning, you will not be able to save or edit this page. When you click OK, you will be directed to your landing page that you have just created. So once you do this, here's your landing page. And there's the link. Save this in your notes section or work.
Where's the link? We're not
WordPad, something where you can have a list of landing pages that you've built on your website, because for whatever reason, KvCore does not want to host a list in your back end of your website of all the pages that you've created, I guess to save server memory. I don't know. But that is another thing that really, I'm going to write a letter to
Move
KvCore.
on. Yeah, moving on.
So take this link and save it somewhere where you can go back to it and start building out these landing pages and say, okay, every time I want to run an ad for this, I've got it. It's living, but you won't be able to find it anymore if you exit out of this browser window.
We use that little thing inside of Gmail. It's called Keep. If you have Gmail, you already have access to this little thing called Keep, and it will host those little notes right in your side margin of your Gmail. It's a really cool thing. If you don't know or don't want to do that, you could simply email it to yourself with a subject line so that you can find it.
Yep, that's good. So now we've got our landing page. I'm going to leave that open over here. We're going to go back to here. So I want to create a search alert for these people. Once they've opted in, they're going to become a lead, right? And they on their end are going to land on that page that we gave them over here, the results page for this one county of foreclosures, right? But in the future, I'm going to send them a weekly list. That's what the whole deal was offering, a weekly list of properties that they will get sent to like that, right? And so here is where you go into KvCore and you're going to go into marketing, and I just go to all marketing here. And down here you have search alerts. Okay. And here's search alerts that I've created for some other deals in the past. So you can go over here and just create alert. And this alert, this is going to be listings that are automatically going to be sent to a lead that have this hashtag assigned to them.
Right.
So we've already told on the landing page that we want all leads that come in to have hashtag foreclosures, right? Whatever it is that you're going to set it up, this is going to be the same hashtag so that it triggers this behavior once the lead comes in. Okay, are you with me?
And be sure that it looks exactly the same, right? The hashtag is exactly the same, not capital, or if you capitalized it over there, be sure you capitalize it over there.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So there you go. Hashtags is going to be foreclosures, not foreclosure singular, foreclosures plural. That's another thing.
And how do we know that, Jason?
Yeah. I've learned some of these things the hard way. So now in the location, this is where I'm saying you can go in and you can put all the places that you want to cover, right? So it takes a second for it to kind of
populate
it in. You have to let it suggest what you think that you're trying to tell it. And
you can't just type in and hit enter. It is a little bit frustrating sometimes with KvCore. If you know how that works, you can add to it here. This is where we can add to those different areas that, Southwest Missouri is kind of big, ominous. So we're gonna bring it to some different counties. Perfect.
Yep. Here's all the areas that I want to include. You can draw on the map and say, I want to cover this specific neighborhood or this part of a metropolitan area. I only want to cover south side of Springfield or the north side of Springfield, or whatever it is that you're in. You can do it.
Possibilities are endless here. This would be a great, especially, and I don't want to chase this rabbit too far here, but the golf community thing, if you wanted to do a gated community or a golf community, whatever, then you can use that little map tool to do that. Or if you were targeting one specific subdivision, that it would really help you zero in on that. So
here's one thing that I want you to pay attention to. So once you get to the options, okay, for this particular one, we're doing foreclosures. Now they have other options in here. They've also got reduced. They've got short sales, right? Seller financing. Some of these I think are specific to KvCore. If you go in to your listing and further edit it, and you can go in and put fixer upper, or I don't know, because not all
and
MLSs talk
keyword.
to the website the same with these categories, right? But I do know this works with foreclosures. It will work. But if you go in here and also add in short sales, it says right here, look at this little thing right here to the side.
Warning, warning.
This field uses and logic. For example, selecting both single garage and double garage will break your search. Okay.
So that's a break your search.
You're looking for, if you do foreclosures and short sales, then you're looking for every property that is listed as foreclosure and a short sale, which would be 0. Okay. If you're looking for
Oh,
reduced and foreclosure, now you're going to get a list of foreclosures that have also happened to have been reduced, which would further eliminate your list to basically nothing, or
break
not
my
all.
list,
Yeah.
break my search. What they
So
said.
again,
Does
another
everybody
great
get
option,
that? You better
KvCore
say
would
that
be
again.
to add the option, just like we do on our MLS, to put
Or,
yeah, so that you can say or foreclosures or reduced, that's fine too, or short sales, that's be great too. The
Mhm.
good thing is that you can set up 2 search alerts per lead, right? And if you didn't know that, now you do. You can set up 2 search alerts per lead. So you could create one for foreclosures here, right? We're not going to be picky on the bedrooms. And then you could go in and do the same thing. Every person that's also tagged in foreclosures, I want them to also get a list of short sales, because they kind of go
Right.
hand in hand.
yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah. So you could, and they would just be getting, they set them up, and then down here, after, if you're going to do any other things, you can, pardon me, frequency. I wouldn't pound them daily, or they're going to unsubscribe pretty quick. You promise them a weekly list, you give them a
Right.
weekly list. So then
Okay.
once weekly is when I want these emails to go out. Okay. And then if you want to CC somebody else, you can, but that's basically it there. I thought I moved you out of the way and now you're back in the way. Okay.
So can you reiterate the and thing one more time? I know that's going to trick up a lot of people because in my mind, I would have thought I was covering more things there,
Yeah. So in options down here, when you're looking at just listed, you can go in here and you can select. We've already got foreclosures selected, right?
Okay.
Now you can also add short sales. But if you do this, it says this field uses and logic. So if you have somebody that is only wants a double garage, and for their example, and you put single garage and double garage, it's going to cancel them out, because your listing will not have single garage and double garage listed. It won't have both of these listed.
They need the key here is that the list that we're searching for would have to be both of those things, not one or
Yeah.
the other. So it's using that it's also.
Yeah, because
Instead of really.
you're entering in multiple, because you're thinking, oh, if it's a foreclosure or if it was a short
Okay.
sale, it'll be fine. But they're not using or logic, they're using
Right.
and logic here. So just know
Silly.
if you're trying to do waterfront properties, sometimes you might get away with offering a list of waterfront and water view, and you would be good to put waterfront and water view in both of those included on that list, right? If you didn't have a whole lot of waterfront properties to send to somebody, anyway, let's just get off that.
Okay, but that is important. That's good to know. And is that those options are all those are actually fields in the MLS, and then you also had a keyword, I noticed.
Yes, you can go in here if you know of something else like vacation rental. You want to send somebody a list of vacation rentals, you can do that. And then over here, you'd have to put like yes or no. Right?
Got it. I see. Okay.
I don't know. FHA.
Got it. Okay. Okay. Well,
VA,
that's good to know.
facility
And so
available, yeah.
this is good to have all of these. I think it's a good idea to have some of these searches already set up. I
Oh,
mean,
yeah. I mean,
for
this
lots
would
of
be a
different
whole other
reasons.
video on search
Yeah.
alerts and how to maximize
Search alerts.
these search
Yeah.
alerts. Because once
So
you
because-
start getting into a mode where you are regularly creating ads
Landing
or getting,
pages
landing
and-
pages, you're getting leads coming in from, all kinds of areas. If you have a way to be able to assign a hashtag to them, then whether that's, if they're coming in all the time, you're doing something specifically, not necessarily a paid activity, but any kind of activity where you're just getting
Yeah.
a ton of leads, you're going to add a hashtag that's going to isolate where that lead's coming from. And then you're like, man, I wish all these people are interested in vacation rentals. How can I quickly be able to give, instead of going through individually and setting up searches, you can go through and mass, once you've created the search alert according to that hashtag that you want, then you just go in, find all the people. Hopefully you've got them organized in a way that you can go through and isolate the hashtag.
Yeah.
And then maybe erase it and then re-add it. And then after you've added that search alert, then it will trigger. So it won't do that if you've already got foreclosures tagged into your system already. Once you do the search alert, it's not going to retroactively start sending listings to people that already have this hashtag.
Okay.
If you wanted to go back in and create a search alert for somebody that you've already got a whole list of people that are under that hashtag, you're going to have to erase that hashtag from those people and then re-add it. And now all of a sudden they're like, oh, here it's brand new to KvCore, that makes sense. So now we're going to add the alert. It's in there. And then if you wanted to go back in and create one for reduced or short sales, you could do that same hashtag as well.
But are these are just always gonna now live in this place, right?
Yep.
All these search alerts. So
Yep.
the next time I want to do another
Yep.
landing page or squeeze page, then boom, I've got access to this.
I do this for like when I have an open house or something,
Yeah.
or if I'm running a property boost for a specific listing that I have, KvCore is going to automatically send them like listings within a very random price range that is around whatever that listing that they opted in to see later. But if you wanted to give them a more broader list, like if I had a listing that was like
Broad.
350 in Nixa, and it would probably start sending them properties like 323 to 364, something like that, and some change.
Yeah.
And it would just be very, specific to that
Limited.
area. You can
Yeah.
go in here and say, I want the hashtag Nixa, or the, maybe the address of your listing or whatever it is, so that every time you get a lead that comes in through a property boost or something, then you want to start sending them a more catered search until you can get them on the phone.
Yeah.
You can make the search alert for that trigger. And then every time that somebody calls about that lot, well, they're probably interested in a ton of other land listings, right? So you could create a search for some other land listings that you think that would probably be interested in around that same price range. You could go in and just add that hashtag to them from your mobile when you're out at dinner with your family and a new lead comes in. All you got to do is go into KvCore, add that hashtag in, and then boom, following day, they're going to get a whole list of appropriate search alerts for them because you went in and created these search alerts. So that's a whole nother topic for another day of the value of being able to have some foresight into what these hashtags could really do for your business and in your database, to be able to quickly get customized searches to your leads is what that's for. Okay. So now you've got that in there. Then I will tell you that once, I don't want to show you my CRM because my last video, it got removed from YouTube, removed it because it was showing everybody's personal information in my CRM. So I'm gonna have to figure out a way to go in, I guess, and blur some of this stuff out. But The search alert does not happen automatically. I want you to know that if you get a lead, you've created the search alert, they come in, it's not going to happen automatically where they get the listings right then and there. It takes about a day for it to happen. You know, when you look at the lead, you're like, why is there no search alert set up for them? I did this on the back end before they ever came in. Just give it a day and it will show up the following day. I just checked
Okay,
it this
good to
morning for a
know.
lead that I ran last night. Now, the other part of this is that, you know, we're going to create the Facebook deal. So you've got your landing page here, right? So now we're going to go to Facebook. I'm going to copy this landing page link. Okay.
Yep, that we cannot lose.
That you cannot lose. And then we're going to go to Facebook. And then I'm going to go over here and I'm going to, I'll just do it on my personal. It's fine. Here we go. Now you're going to paste that link in here. Boom. There's that picture that we assigned for the landing page. It already populates right there.
Perfect.
What I do is once the link image loads, I just take this whole thing and say goodbye. And it's not going to erase the link for your ad.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
I would recommend probably doing this on your business page though, if you ever wanted to boost it or run a paid ad, because sharing this on your personal page and on your business page is only going to reach the people that are in your own personal sphere. The odds that you know all of the investors that are interested in foreclosures that are already friends of yours is very low. The odds that any of your
It's a
friends
place
of
to
all the
start.
investors that
Yeah.
your reach is going to be much lower if you don't at least put some kind of minimal ad spend behind it, whether that's again boosting to a 30-mile radius, 50-mile, however your market that you're going to cover is, or going in and actually going into the Meta business suite and creating an ad, and you can tell Facebook to use a post on your business page, that an existing post, rather than creating
Right.
it from the ground up again. You're just putting, I just did this the other day and I put like $5 a day, you know, and then once it hits like $150, it's going to tell me, hey, you know, you've reached $150. We're about to charge your card. You know, that's basically how I do mine. And that's a good way to then tell it, I want to show it to real estate investors. I want Facebook to show this to real estate investors. Then let Facebook be able to put the power of their algorithms behind it. And instead of boosting, okay, boosting is just going to send it out to Ma, Pa, and everybody else, and the 18-year-olds with their Facebooks, if there are any, around your market that have Facebook. You know, you can't get specific on who you want to see, except for just the people that are around your area, you know. So you're kind of, it's a strategy of, do you just want eyeballs on your ad, or do you want to show it to the right people that are most likely going to click on your ad? Okay, that's the difference between boosting and running an actual Facebook ad. Okay, and I'll get more in depth in that in a later video. But for the sake of this, you know, having some emojis in here mixed with just a quick offer. Don't make this a big old long paragraph. People are scrolling and they're going to see the foreclosure stamp and it's going to be like, oh, boom, I already kind of know what this is about. And down here, it's going to say Southwest Missouri real estate deals, free weekly list of hot buys in and around Southwest Missouri. That's your meta tag description is all right there. Okay. Then you go in here and be like, want to get a, what did I put? Okay, I think what I did was I put looking for your next real estate deal, question mark. And then I went in and I did my little looking
Emoji.
eyeballs there. And I put next line, you know, kind of space it out a little bit. Get a list.
Or a Beth Lister. There you go.
Get our list of foreclosures and
Weekly, whatever.
a list of foreclosures and distresses.
Distresses. This just distresses me already. Hurry up.
Just
Yeah.
properties sent to you weekly. And then I'll put like a little couple of arrows pointing down to the link that you got to click on to get. Okay.
Got it. Got it.
So that's, keep it short, keep it simple, what they're going to get, and then post it. Okay. And then that's really going to be it. Once you are able to get some decent ad spend behind it, like I said, $3-5 a day could really I mean, when I did this before, I got hundreds and hundreds of leads. And I recognize everybody's market is different, but I would really encourage you to try this out in your market and see if you don't get more leads than you can follow up with. You know, that's a good problem to have, but you really want to be able to just reach out to them and ask them, are you an investor, or are you looking personally for yourself? And
Yeah.
that's through phone call or text to be able to reach out and see how to best serve them, because your search alert is going to take care of sending them the listings automatically. And then you can cater that to find out if they're currently own a home and they need to sell. And then you got a boom, boom, double whammy. So
good deal. Now we've got leads coming into our KvCore.
Yep.
And then, and you've got already something automated to go out to them. So then the next step is going to be to keep touching those people. And maybe we can cover that on another one or something. I know we're about to run out of time, but
yeah.
What's been the takeaways for everybody? I want to know. I mean, we've talked about a lot of different things. We talked about landing pages. We've talked about search alerts, the video thing, just lead expectation. What's been your takeaway today? Anybody?
Well, hi, I'm Marion. I'm out of North Carolina.
Marion, nice to meet you.
My takeaway, I guess, as I spoke earlier, was Jason going through, showing me how, if I created landing page, because I know how to create landing pages, but I didn't realize that instead of paying for a list, I can actually go into drive these people to my actual website, which I have trouble getting people to click onto my website and capture their information. But he just showed me another way how I can kind of drive people to my website. So that was my
Yeah, the more that you can get traffic to your website, right, then you can start creating custom audiences to drive other, people. You can tell Facebook, hey, show these ads to people that have already visited my website. And I can show you how to do that too. After you get a lot of hits on your website, then that's going to be your idea. People have already introduced to your brand and are familiar with on there, but you haven't had a conversation with them yet. There are a lot of people that are going to click on this ad, and then they're going to land on the page, and then they're going to not put their phone number in. You could even go and start retargeting people who you didn't get them the first time, but you got another offer later on down the road. And after they've seen it a couple of times, maybe they'll be more likely to opt in then, so find your blog, your blog on your website can be a great value too, where you can put hyperlinks in your blog on things that you're talking about,
retargeting.
It's just constantly sending them around your website, to visit something else on your website that you've got, that's really
until they raise their hand and say, now I need real help. I'm ready to come out from behind the email thing, or, they actually want to talk to you, that's trying to get these people from the top of the pipeline down into where, and that's why I think the key to this is, maybe I'm oversimplifying, but I really think the difference in landing pages sometimes is that video. that video. And, you know, you don't have to go out and do B-roll like Jason. You can just sit at your desk and do something easy for you, just to say, hey guys, thanks for clicking on this. Today you're going to get a list of whatever. You can just watch Jason's video again and redo that video just like it is, you know, make it simple to get this going, get it into action. Because if you just sit on this and think, on one of these days, I'm going to implement that, I'm going to do it, but you can do it today. Don't let anything get to put a stopgap in there for you. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Good.
Thank you.
Richard said that he loved the step-by-step direction on how to take control of driving your own leads, and even for a novice like himself, he said. So thanks, Richard. We're glad
you bet.
you're on here. Yeah. Awesome. Anybody else?
Teresa is watching on the workplace.
Yeah.
Deal over there.
And she was live. Yep. I was trying to kind of keep and I will just repeat, or just make sure everybody knows that if you want to watch this, Jason is recording it, and then we will post it on your YouTube channel.
I've got
And
the link in the chat. If you're not already subscribed to the YouTube channel, go back to the top of the chat there. There's my link to, let me put it back in. I'll copy that link.
it's up there. Yeah, it's there in the chat.
There.
Perfect.
Yeah. So that way you won't miss out on any. I know I've got some other videos that I did in the past that I'm still working on trying to get uploaded, because I was doing this on my personal YouTube channel, and now I've got my own other separate YouTube channel just for the KvCore training. So share that channel with anybody else that you might know that might see some value. We do these classes the first Tuesday of every single month at 11 a.m. Central.
And we'd love to know what you want.
Yeah.
You know, we can do this. Jason could do this. Let me just put it that way. He could do this all day long, but we need to know what you want to hear.
Yep.
So
Yep,
what would you like to know next?
Definitely send me an email, jason@greatbransonhomes.com, and I will be happy to try to cover that in a future video. Just put that in there too.
Awesome. I'm going to check the workplace chat. I don't see any other questions yet, but looks like we are good to go.
Awesome. I appreciate you guys joining us today, and I will see y'all in the next video. Have a great day.
Bye, Mary, and bye, Sarah.